In today's episode, it's 1964 and this is your new Datsun. Hello and welcome to Quarterlight, your car brochure channel, the channel that brings you car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s and sometimes beyond that as well. So if you're interested in cars, bringing back those memories that these old cars bring back, then please do consider subscribing. It's completely free. You won't be charged to be a subscriber and I would be extremely grateful. Anyway, back to today's episode. Let's swing that camera around and look at this beautiful car. So here it is. It quite simply says at the start there, 64 new Datsun. And for a 1964 brochure, it's actually in really nice condition. Now all the images look like they're just stock Japanese images actually. So they are quite unusual. I'll just flip the camera around to the back page for a moment. First of all, we'll notice, of course, we've got the little Nissan badge because, Datsun was a Japanese automobile manufacturer brand owned by Nissan, of course. I guess what they tended to do was sell the cars to sort of the export markets as Datsuns. We can see Nissan Motor Company Limited Foreign Trade Division, and we can also see the Japanese address and printed in Japan and the publication number there as well. Let's zoom in on that publication number. PE 672401165. It doesn't tell us what market this is for though, but I believe it's a North American brochure, probably from the US. It uses the Americanized English tyres, etc. So it's certainly a North American brochure, but what a lovely condition it's in. The other interesting thing about these Japanese brochures is, the photographs of actual cars were, at this time, certainly in Europe, they more commonly be drawn images of cars, but they are the actual images themselves, which is certainly very nice. Possibly touched up a little bit, but still, it's nice to see the actual car. So, the actual car is just calling it a Datsun, rather peculiar. It doesn't ever tell you the name of this car anywhere in the brochure, which is odd. I guess because it was the only car. Maybe it was the only car that they got in the US. But certainly it's a nice car. I believe this is a Datsun Bluebird is what it would be referred to as. The 410, 411 series. I'm not an expert in these early Japanese cars, but that's what I'm going to say it is. Let's just zoom in a little bit further. It's actually a really attractive car, I think, particularly in this red colour. Lovely chrome bumpers with those overriders and these twin lights. And we can see this model is the Deluxe with these rather nice full width wheel trims on there as well. I do think it's a lovely design. If I just lift the camera up a bit, we can see we've got these sort of like clap hand wipers on there as well. And I think overall it's actually really nicely styled. And yeah, I'm going to say these are stock Japanese pictures. It's probably a stock Japanese brochure that's just been translated into English. So there we go, the 64 new Datsun. Look at the design there. It kind of reminds me of sort of like European designs at the time. Lancia, like a early Fulvia. I don't know. It certainly looks more of a European design than a Japanese design was my thoughts. But we can also see the Bluebird at this time was only a very small car. Anyway, I'm wittering, so let's look at the first page. And when we open it up, we get these lovely big pages. And like I say, all actual photos of the cars rather than drawings. And like I say, that's a little bit unusual in the 60s. We've got this lovely interior shot in there as well. Let's have a look at the text, learn a bit more about it, then we'll work our way around these lovely images. New Datsun, it says. Every detail has been considered for safety, styling and comfort in the new Datsun. On the inside, bright full view windows all round an abundance of legroom, and a completely redesigned padded dashboard. Outside, smart low fender and body lines highlight a new concept in automotive styling. Mechanically, a new AC generator and an economical 1200cc engine. Most important, safety and exceptional manoeuvrability. And then we get a lovely little image of this red example in a different scene. Very sort of 60s image though, isn't it? Yeah, something a little bit special. I do quite like these. I've got quite high regard for these Datsuns of this period, I must admit. The interior looks functional. I mean, there's some far nicer 60s designs out there, but in some ways it's quite a modern design for that sort of time period with its sort of padded dash, and I like the speedometer, this sort of like hemispherical shape. I do quite like, actually. We've also got another nice sort of rear interior shot. Seats are very pleasant in this sort of two-tone colour. Lots of white to make it a little bit more airy. You got a lot more sombre sort of blacks in the 70s. But yeah, it's a nice looking interior. Of course, in these brochures at this time, look how much legroom you've got. It looks like you've got vast amounts of legroom, where in reality it would have been quite tight. The text tells us we get a smart, convenient instrument panel. The Datsun's new instrument panel combines convenience with smart style. All instruments and warning lights are grouped in front of the driver. Thick, soft safety pad is installed all along the dashboard. The large glove box with an upward opening lid is convenient. You can enjoy the feel of sports car driving by the direct gear change. Spacious, comfortable interior, ample room for 5 persons, and soft cushioned seats make travel a pleasure for passenger. Wide opening doors provide easy access and exit. Then we get this little side shot of this white example. Looks like it runs quite long. It springs at the back there, doesn't it? I do like how it tapers at the back. And there we go, that is the look from the back, and those unusual tail lights. Like I said, I do like the styling. It's very much of a more European style for its time. Hard really to make much out of that sort of badge on the boot there. But tail lights unusual, like I say, that sort of round section and then these lines coming out. But yeah, there we go. The new Datsun, as it quite simply refers it to as. But yeah, nice images in this brochure, aren't there, for the 60s, I must admit. If we turn the brochure over again, we get a couple more images of the front and rear. Dimensions, I never tend to do dimensions on this program because it really doesn't come across very well on camera. We'll look at the specifications, of course. Let's just cast our eye on these 2 images first, though. Tells us new 2 dual headlamps and rear side design highlights the styling of the new Datsun. I guess we've not really had a proper look at the front and the back. I wish these were bigger images. I could zoom in a bit more because that badge on the front is certainly interesting. Grille, very interesting too. And those interesting tail lights. So spec-wise, it does start with the dimensions, so I'm not going to run through all that. It tells us it's a 5-person car though, apparently. Performance maximum speed 135 kilometers an hour, 80 miles per hour. I guess because they're talking about 135 kilometers an hour, maybe this is actually a Canadian brochure. It gives the maximum grade ability. That's a funny number, isn't it? 0.36. Turning radius 5 meters, 16 feet, which sounds pretty good. Engine, model E1. Gasoline engine, water-cooled 4-stroke OHV 4-cylinder inline. Piston displacement 1189 cc's. Maximum bhp 60 horsepower, 5000 rpm. Maximum torque looks like, if I can just clear the camera up a little bit there, 9.3 mkg. Oh, or what makes more sense to me, 67.3 foot-pounds at 3600 RPM. And it gives the compression ratio at the end there as well. Fuel system is a Nikkei 2D30CE carburetor, mechanical type diaphragm pump, paper element type air cleaner, fuel tank capacity 41 litres or 11 US gallons. Lubrication system, pressure feed with full flow type oil filter, gear type pump, oil pan capacity 2.9 litres, 0.8 US gallons. Ignition type is coil and distributor with mechanical and vacuum control. Cooling system, pressurized radiator with centrifugal pump. Pallet type thermostat and fan. Cooling water capacity 4.7 litres or 1.2 US gallons. Electrical system is 12 volts, 50 amp hour battery, 300 watt alternator with regulator, 1 kW, magnetic shift starter. Clutch, single dry disc with cushioning spring. And the transmission is 4 speeds forward, 1 reverse, synchromesh on second, third and top gears. So no synchromesh on first. Floor gear change. Rear axle, semi-floating axle, high-powered bevel final gear. Gives the ratios. Front suspension, independent coil springs, telescopic shock absorbers, conrod type stabilizer. Rear suspension, longitudinal semi-elliptic springs, 4 leaves, telescopic shock absorbers. Steering right or left hand drive, cam and lever type gear. So it's strange even saying left and right hand drive, almost like it's just a standard brochure that's given to everyone and just translated no matter where it's going. Obviously this is for the foreign trade, as it says, because it's a Datsun, of course. Brakes, hydraulic, front 2 leading shoe, rear leading and trailing shoe. Brake drum diameters 9 inch. Parking brake, mechanically operated on rear wheels only. Wheels and tyres, tyres spelled T-I-R-E-S. Steel disc wheels. Lamps, 2 dual headlamps, sealed beam with dipping. 2 parking and turn front signal lamps. 2 combined stop, tail and turn signal lamps. Rear license lamp. Room lamp, inspection lamp. Instrument, speedometer, fuel gauge, water temperature gauge, oil pressure warning light, turn signal pilot light, main beam warning light. On instrument panel, ignition and starter switch, lighting switch, choke control knob, windshield wiper switch, fresh air control lever and glove box. Body works, we get a 4-door sedan, 5-seater with adjustable front seat, all steel body fully upholstered with vinyl leather, dual self-parking windshield wipers, room lamp door switches on both sides, turn signal lever and dimmer switch unit, interior back mirror, safety glass on all windows and doors, 2 sun visors, ashtrays front and rear, vinyl floor mat, trunk floor mat, safety belt anchorage, fuel tank filler cap and lock. And then we get this strange list referred to as equipment application, which I don't really understand, I must admit. It gives type A, B or C, so whether there was 3 spec models, A, B or C, I'm not sure. But it starts by telling you white sidewall tyres, optional in A, standard on B and C, or is that areas? It doesn't really, is that different markets you can get that, or is the free trim levels? Hard to make out really. Mouldings, well, you don't get anything on A basically. And so it goes on about mouldings, large wheel caps, back mirror on door, flat, fender back mirrors, windshield washers, anti-sunglass, cloth trimming, floor carpet, sill kicking plates. None of A gets that. C gets all of it, apart from a back mirror on door. You can just get off that on the B. So confusing is what I'm going to say about that. Then it goes on about other features, soft sun visor, glove box lock, cigarette lighter, clock, fog lamps, reverse lamps and separate seats. Again, Type A doesn't get any of this, so that is weird, isn't it? I don't really understand what A is. Sounds like a really stripped down model. Optional equipment, heater, radio, rear door armrests, plug receptacle in glove box and a safety belt. We've got the usual brochure clause. These specifications are subject to change without notice. And then finally, it's a little bit of a reminder that Datsun is part of the Nissan Motor Group Limited. And this is the foreign trade division. Japanese address there, printed in Japan. So all printed in Japan at this time. So I'm sure these would have been an unusual sight in the US, I would imagine, for sure. Or even in Europe. It's a time when, like in the UK, we was a little bit worried about welcoming these so-called foreign cars. But they proved so reliable and they threw little extras in there you weren't expecting. And obviously, they won out in the end. But I hope you've enjoyed this rather unusual little Datsun brochure for 1964. So there we go then, a lovely little brochure. And of course, if you have any more information about these, please jot it in the comments. Always interested in learning more about these more unusual vehicles. But thank you so much for watching today. Please do take care. We'll end actually, as we always do, on the brochure by saying please do consider subscribing. It is all completely free. You'll never be charged to be a subscriber. Keeps you in touch with the channel is the main idea behind it, but also gives me an idea that there are people interested in this niche subject. Over 800 episodes now on Course Light. I'll give you some examples here if you want to continue viewing. But if you look up the Course Light homepage, I'm sure you'll find something for everybody if you are interested in cars, because there is a lot of content there. Finally, I'll say, give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you again very soon. Please do take care. All the best and goodbye.